Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today our group want to present about the recommendation of carbonated drink for diabetic patient. The agenda that will be present today are introduction, comparison, 25 products, diet recommendation, recent diet recommendation, and conclusion. So first, for introduction, we will look into how carbonated drink is produced. Carbonated drinks is produced through either two systems, which are pre-mix system and post-mix system. Pre-mix system is involved of mixing all the required ingredients for beverage, and then the final volume of product is chilled and carbonated by one means or another. If the product is subjected to flash pasteurization, it will be chilled first and carbonated after that. For post-mix system, it involves of mixing all the required ingredients after each of ingredients are separately prepared, then carbonation process done by injecting gas into the product. For example, a concentrated syrup which contain all the ingredients and water which are separately chilled and carbonated, blended together in appropriate and controlled amount. Then carbon dioxide is injected into the product. There are 4 types of carbonated drinks that are available in marketplace, which are club soda, seltzer, sparkling water, and tonic water. Club soda is a water that has been infused with added minerals such as potassium sulfate, sodium chloride, disodium phosphate, and sodium bicarbonate. These minerals help to enhance the flavor, which gives slightly salty taste. The amount of minerals added is vary from each brand, which depends on the manufacturer. Next, seltzer is almost similar to club soda, which it does not contain added minerals, thus give more natural water taste. It often used as a cocktail mixer as a substitute for club soda. Next is sparkling water. The source of sparkling water is from naturally carbonated spring water and well. It contains variety of minerals such as sodium, magnesium, and calcium. These minerals slightly changes in the taste, which give its own unique taste. Lastly is tonic water. It is similar to club soda, which contain added minerals, and it also contains quinine, which isolated from the bark of cicona trees. It gives a bitter taste. Tonic water also contains sweetener, which give calories. Next, we move to the type of sugar. There are 3 types of sugar, which are total sugar, added sugar, and free sugar. Total sugar is include of all monosaccharides such as glucose, fructose, and all disaccharides such as sucrose and lactose that present in the food which derive from any source. Next is added sugar. Sugar that added into foods during processing or preparation. For example, are brown sugar, corn sweetener, corn syrup, dextrose, fructose, glucose, and sucrose. And lastly is free sugar. Free sugar is all monosaccharides and disaccharides except those that are naturally occurring and present in whole fruits and vegetables or dairy products. It also includes of all sugars added by the manufacturer, cooked, or the consumer, as well as sugars that are naturally present in juice or pureed fruits and vegetables. Next, there are 4 types of sweetener, which are artificial sweetener, sugar alcohols or polyols, novel sweetener, and natural sweetener. Artificial sweetener is a synthetic sugar substitute, or known as intense sweetener, which is more sweeter than sugar. It often used as an alternative to sugar because of no calories and need a fraction compared to table sugar. For examples are saccharin, asulfame, potassium, sucralose, aspartame, and high fructose corn syrup. Next, sugar alcohols or polyols. It is a carbohydrate that occur naturally in certain fruits and vegetables. It also can be manufactured. It is less sweeter and contains lower calories than sugar. For examples are erythritol, hydrogenated starch hydrolysate, isomer, lactitol, sorbitol, and xylitol. Next is novel sweetener. It is a combination of various types of sweetener. For examples are stevia and tagatos. And lastly, natural sweetener. It is from a natural sources and it's same to sugar which contain the same calories. For examples are date sugar, grape juice concentrate, honey, maple syrup, maple sugar, and agave nectar.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is FARAH. Today I will present about comparison 35 product of carbonated drink. Before that, I will introduce 35 product of carbonated drink through a video. Let's watch together. Freezer sparkling water, Chip soda, Coca-Cola no sugar, Pepsi no sugar, Celsius, Fanta, Sprite, Coca-Cola regular, 100 plus, Italian soda, Kikapu, Houseful, Aquarius, Revive, Mirinda, 7-Up, Cheers, A&W, Malta, Pepsi King, Pepsi Regular, Monster, Mountain Dew Raspberry, Mountain Dew, and Red Bull. From this product, what we have compared is total sugar content per 100 ml in gram and teaspoon, energy per 100 ml, and the price. We also rank from the highest to the lowest based on total sugar content. This graph shows the highest total sugar content is Red Bull brand with 16.9 gram of sugar and around 3.4 teaspoon of sugar. For the lowest total sugar content, there are 5 products which are Spritzes sparkling water, Chef soda, Coca-Cola no sugar, Pepsi no calorie, and Celsius. These products have 0 sugar content. So comparison top 5 product of carbonated drink. Top product means they have 0 sugar content and no energy at all, but only the Celsius brand, it has about 3 calories for energy. For the comparison bottom 5 product of carbonated drink, the bottom product means they have highest total sugar content. There are 5 products have been selected, which are Red Bull, Mountain Dew Raspberry, Monster, and Pepsi Regular. And for the Pepsi Regular, about 43 calories, and for the sugar content, it has about 10.6 gram of sugar and around 2.1 teaspoon of sugar. Comparison between top 5 products of carbonated drink. There are 5 products that have been selected with 0 sugar content and there were no energy at all, only the Celsius as I mentioned earlier. For the differences is the ingredient. For the Spritzes sparkling water, it is carbonated natural mineral water. So it has mineral substances only. For Chip soda and Celsius product, there were no artificial sweetener, but for Coca-Cola no sugar and Pepsi no calorie, they have artificial sweeteners. For the price, Spritzes sparkling water has the cheapest one, which is RM1.70. For the expensive is Celsius with RM4.60. For the comparison, top 3 recommended carbonated drink. From 5 products with 0 sugar content, 3 products have been selected. So there are Spritzes sparkling water, Chip soda, and Coca-Cola no sugar. The similarities among these products is they have 0 sugar content and 0 energy. The differences among these is only the Coca-Cola no sugar has artificial sweeteners, which are sucralose and acesulfame potassium. For the price, Spritzes sparkling water has the cheapest one, and a little bit expensive is Coca-Cola no sugar with RM2.20. That's all. Thank you.
Let's move on to the most important part, which is diet recommendation. The World Health Organization (WHO), Scientific Advisory Committee on Nutrition (SACN), American Heart Association (AHA), and Dietary Guidelines Advisory Committee have proposed to reduce the consumption of sugar to 10% of calories. In Malaysia, the Ministry of Health recommends the average amount of additional sugar intake for adults, inclusive of hidden sugar, should not exceed 10 teaspoons a day. A gram of sugar contributes 4 calories. 1 teaspoon of sugar weighs 5 grams. Hence, a teaspoon of sugar contains 20 calories. If 10 teaspoons are taken per day, a person consumes approximately 50 grams of sugar, which means total of 200 calories per day. Based on the study done, it shows that spritzer sparkling water, Schweppes and Coca-Cola does not contain any sugar in their products, which means there is no calorie contribution. However, Coca-Cola contains artificial sweeteners such as sucralose and isofame potassium. Sucralose is one of the freshest sweeteners available in today's business. It is used to increase the taste or properties of specific food or drink which contains other artificial sweeteners. Isofame potassium is a calorie-free artificial sweetener that commonly known as Sunnet and Sweet One. Since isofame potassium has prolonged bitter taste, it is regularly used together with another sweeteners such as aspartame or sucralose to adjust the bitterness.
Okay, next, we move to recent diet recommendation. As we know, what we eat and drink actually can affect our health status, especially for those having diabetes mellitus. One of them including simple sugar. Thus, it is important to ensure that people who are having diabetes to acknowledge how much they can consume according to the American Diabetes Association. There are few products that have been selected to be recommended to the diabetic patients, which are spritzer sparkling carbonated natural mineral water, Schweppes drinks, and Coca-Cola no sugar. This product has been selected due to a few reasons. One of the reasons is the three products have no added sugar. As we know, the major concern about diabetes not only the simple sugar itself. It happens due to the accumulation of fat particles within muscles and liver cells, which triggers the insulin resistance. However, the amount of sugar intake should be paid attention for diabetic. Next, the second reason is that this product contains low calorie. As we know, carbonated sugar commonly contains high calorie due to high sugar content. If you consume high amount of energy, particularly fat and sugar, with lack of physical activity, much of the surplus energy will be stored by the body as fat, which then will lead to overweight and obesity. Overweight or obese people have high risk for having insulin resistance because of the excess body weight. As insulin resistance develops, our body fights back by secreting more insulin. Once the beta cells in our pancreas get worn out after trying to produce more insulin, the pancreas can no longer keep on with the demand for more insulin. When insulin resistance occurs, glucose cannot be taken up into muscle, fat, or liver, which results in increasing glucose levels. Lastly, the prevalence of dental erosion has also increased due to our enhanced preference for sweet and sour. Commercially available beverages with a pH lower than 4 are potentially damaging to the dentition. As the oral cavity pH drops below 4, the tooth surface erodes and increases in enamel demineralization as the pH approaches 2 from 4. Importantly, the consumption of beverages with strong acidic content results in the immediate softening of the tooth surface that becomes quite vulnerable to removal by abrasions and attrition. This type of beverages should not be taken excessively to avoid dental erosions. However, it does not affect blood sugar level due to no sugar added and low calorie. As a conclusion, the carbonated drink can be consumed by diabetic patients but in moderate amount by discussing with dietitian and looking at nutritional content. The recommended drinks are spritzer sparkling water, carbonated natural mineral water, Schweppes soda, and Coca-Cola no sugar. The sugar intake recommended should not exceed 10 teaspoons per day. That's all from us. Thank you.